Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today is January 22nd and
yeah, you can come and watch me drink my morning coffee, yeah. But you make me kind of nervous. You do that.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
in my last vlog, I was going through mental health and I still am. I'm trying not to let it get in the way of my everyday life.
You think it's easy doing nothing all day?
I really do just want to rot in bed, but I did get up, do my daily things and showered, put on a little bit of makeup. I am going to be actress Lynn, but last night I cut my hair. I have been doing really good with that. I do it every 2 months. So I took off a few inches and it just feels so much better. For the longest time, I didn't cut it. And it's honestly drastically helping with my hair. And it's so easy, especially when you have long hair, to just trim it yourself. Also, since switching to Pantene, my hair has turned to shit for a multitude of reasons. But now that I'm back to the Pantene game, I noticed my hair improving again. So I'm just trying to figure it out. It's just a hair journey. So as much as I don't want to, because I'm gonna walk all the way to storage and I'm gonna put my Christmas stuff in there. And I also have this extra fan, so I'm gonna put that in my storage as well.
5 hours later.
Alrighty, I made it safe and sound. So I'm gonna take everything off my little wagon.
Do you see what I
see? Alright, now you fill out this poster right here.
I'm gonna set this over here in the corner.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
I want them real thick and juicy, so find that juicy double. Mix a lot's in trouble, begging for a piece of that bubble.
Big bag. Yeah, my bag is loaded up with snacks and different foods.
Look at my sexy body.
Okay, so I put my Christmas stuff there. I am going to keep this in here because it takes up too much room in my apartment. There we go. I think Twinkie might have made a little doggo friend, by the way, before I came in here. I took her out and I think we have a new neighbor because I've never seen that dog before, but to check my mail because I have a couple packages.
The following day.
Hi guys, so it is January 23rd. So just a real quick Amazon haul that I got yesterday. I got another perfume
because you stink.
And this behind me is looking absolutely hexacana. I am starting a spring cleaning, even though it's not spring yet. Just going through all my stuff and just really cleaning from the top to the bottom. It's enjoyable for me. It's very therapeutic. As you can see, all my perfume is here, which I will be actually putting it in my closet. So I'm gonna be taking every single thing off of here and just going through it all, dusting it. Anyways, so I don't know how to fully pronounce this, but it's acai something or other. And when I sprayed it yesterday, oh my God, I was damn, that smells so good. And then also because Valentine's Day is coming up, I got these cute little wooden decorative pieces. One says Kiss Me, XOXO, and Be Mine. So when I rearrange all this, I think I want to keep up this one all year round because it's cute and it's pink.
Much later.
So a couple updates. I did end up finishing The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden, and I gave it a 3.25 out of 5 stars. And now I'm actually about halfway through Ward D by Frida McFadden. I'm kind of in a Frida McFadden era of my life. So another thing I want to update on is I finally have memberships. So a second thing is I didn't really know if I wanted to talk about this, but I have been struggling really hard with my mental health and I have been vocalizing that. You can't help someone who isn't ready to be helped. But I do have a scheduled consultation with a therapist. And I know a lot of people are telling me, therapy will help you, but therapy doesn't help everyone. It is someone who specializes in BPD and CTPSD, which I have both of those things.
Boys to men, ABC, BBD.
It's not really my BPD in this moment. It's definitely just anxiety and just a lot of external things that are happening. And I just feel I'm shutting down mentally and I'm trying really hard not to let that happen, and that's why I'm still vlogging normally. So the consultation isn't for a while, so that's why I was I don't even know if I want to mention this, but I do want to let you guys know that the ball is rolling and things are happening with that because I really do need to see someone. I am just not doing the greatest, and something like this would have sent me down a space where I genuinely don't even know if I would have been able to get out of it. I wouldn't have been filming, I wouldn't have been productive at all, but I'm still trying to be productive and
having to grow up and be an adult.
Right now, it's hard, for the lack of a better term, and no pun intended, it just feels really, really heavy. I feel the weight of the world is on my shoulders. I have felt like this a few times in the past. I have been able to get out of it, so I'm hoping that obviously this time is the same as well.
The next morning.
Hello. So it is the next day. I'm actually just in the middle of doing some of my cleaning / productive rounds. Being productive does send off some endorphins for me, so it does help, but like I just feel this sense of just straight up depression. I'm telling you, my mental health is shit. And every single day I expect to wake up and feel better, but it's not happening. And there's just a lot going on and I don't want to keep yapping about it. I kind of just want to move on from that. But anyways, I wanted to update you guys on the puzzle I started and the Lego I started. So the Lego I'm doing is literally wasabi. Isn't it adorable?
In the arms of the angel.
You've been replaced.
And this is how much I have completed. We have the little feet done. We're starting on the body. And then this is the puzzle that I'm working on. And that is how much has been completed. It is a lot harder than I was expecting it to be, but I still enjoy it. I'm LOLing that you guys can actually see my face right now.
Oh, you're saying LOL, you're verbal texting. I mean, if you're gonna laugh out loud, why aren't you laughing out loud? Why say it? Why not just laugh?
But I'm sure you guys remember that for my birthday video, I said that my mom gave me something super sentimental, and I grew up in and out of foster care. I have 3 brothers. 2 of them were put in closed adoption. One of them, it happened almost right when he was born. And the other one I lived with for a while. I actually saved his life when he was a baby. How do you save the baby from being strangled that was born? Oh my God. How'd you save the baby from being strangled that was born the age you said you were in foster care? He was my everything. My grandma Judy was also my everything. Obviously, so was my brothers James and Tony. But my other brother, the one that's getting out of prison, he's 29. So one of the hardest things I've ever had to experience.
What about your cancer?
So one of the hardest things I've ever had to experience was Jonathan being put up for adoption and my grandma Judy passing away. And it's almost as if I forgot what they looked like because all of that happened when I was very young. I was 11 when Jonathan was put up for adoption, and I was 13 when my grandma passed away. And I didn't know this, but my mom had a photo album from the time that I was actually in foster care. And this actually shows my brothers, my dad, my grandma Judy, me during some visitations. Like, we're like literally trailer park trash. That's what we were. That's what everyone saw us as and everything. And I wanted to share them with you guys.
Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my...
This is James when he was a baby. And since then, James is now Austin. And when he turned 18, he found me and my mom. I got permission to talk about this. Like, he's been begging me. He's like, mention me on your YouTube. Mention me on your YouTube. And I'm like, ah! He's so cute. And he looks just like our other brother, Tony, which is so crazy. Like, they look like literal twins. And I'm just like, what is life right now? So again, here's James. Here's James and my dad. This was just like this little room that we got to have like visitation in. So again, my dad and James. So this is when I ultimately started bawling my eyes out. This is Jonathan. This is literally the other half of my heart. And there he is again. And that's me in the back right there. And then here is me, my brother Tony. And there's Jonathan again. And this is one of the last times that I got to see him. My mom, which has been a drug addict for years. I was born on drugs. Can't talk. I was born on drugs. So we know my mom did drugs even before I was born. Here's my dad and James again. Here's my dad, Jonathan, Tony, and me. So me and Tony were not put up for adoption. A, because we were so much older and people don't really want to adopt older kids. And another big reason is my mom just didn't think she was a suitable enough parent to raise 2 other children. I come from a crazy family. It's the truth. I come from drug addicts, bipolar people, mentally ill people. I do. That is the family I come from. And then here's another one of my grandma Judy and James. And you can just tell, like I can tell because I remember her right here. She's so happy and I can tell that she's smiling. And this is when I literally pulled my eyes out. This is my grandma Judy and James here. More of James and my dad. I'm sorry about the glare, but there's no other way for me to do this. It's more of James, my dad, Jonathan. And here is my social worker. And then the lady that is supposed to like be there for our visitation because we were watched and there was notes being taken and all of that. Here's more of James. So this is actually in the trailer where a lot of bad things happened. A lot of bad things. because they were so knocked out on like whatever drug they did. I don't know like if it was pills or heroin or whatever, because I remember like they would get like so many pills, whether it be Xanax, whatever, they would melt them on a spoon and put them in their veins with a like needle or whatever. So this is my brother Tony sitting in the living room, and here I am, and it's like looking back at all of this just brings up so much memories. This door was open literally 24/7. So this was actually the curtain. So Jonathan's crib used to be right here, and this is actually where the curtain on the string wrapped around his neck, and I saved his life. But my brother Jonathan, he was in his crib, which was located in the living room next to curtains, and the curtains had really long strings. The curtain strings was wrapped around his neck. He was purple, like on the verge of death. I had to save my brother's life. If you need someone who was physically there, which was my mother, you could message her if you want to as well. On so many drugs that they were like passed out. My baby brother was crying. The living room, but that's where my parents were, loaded as fuck, excuse my language. Completely passed out. I could literally bang pots and pans and they wouldn't hear me. And if it wasn't for me being there, he would have died.
You said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
But like, this is crazy. It was genuinely so crazy. But there I am, and I was a good kid, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's James, there's Jonathan again, and there's my grandma and James again. And I do call him James in these pictures. Austin does not mind because his parents actually kept the name James, so his middle name is James. And then here's some more of him, and then the last photo is Jonathan again. We were just like sitting in the small little visitation room, and that was one of the last times I saw him. So it's like, having this genuinely meant the absolute world to me, and I bawled my eyes out, you guys. Like, to have that like in my presence, and for my mom to like pass that down to me, like just meant the world to me. I'm actually gonna be hanging out with my mom tomorrow, and I think that's gonna make me feel genuinely a lot better. I'm not sure if I'm gonna vlog or not. I've been vlogging every single day, and I don't think I've stopped since sometime in November, but it's been like a nice outlet for me, whether I'm sad, happy, it doesn't even matter. I enjoy sharing my life with you guys, or some of the pieces that I choose to share. But anyways, I am gonna end this vlog, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
I'm always trying to see through your flaws, 'cause I know that you got so much more to give.